Hello all and welcome to another video from Igne. Today I'm actually going to be going in and disproving some other content creators with some of their outlandish claims and also explain to you how to properly do calling actions and to be able to maximize how many diamonds you can get per week as well as the exact number of realistic diamonds that you can get per week. But before we get into that, as always, I gotta get into the usual shenanigans. This video is sponsored by Aptoid. We're using my code IGNI2023. You can get anywhere from 5 to 40% off all in-game purchases. The full details of how to do so are in the description down below, as well as a video showing you how to do so, and a link to my Discord, which is a great community, and we're always there to help. So, all right, we'll get right into it. So I'm gonna go through the basics first, just to really clarify to people. And again, like I said, I'm going to be disproving some of the content creators' information because I don't like when wrong information is out there. I'm not going to name drop or anything, but there's been some pretty outlandish videos out there lately that are just there for clickbaits, saying that you can get 1,000,000 diamonds a week, or there's some there saying 500,000 diamonds a week. Now the 500,000 is a little more realistic, but they're still incorrect. So I'm going to go through and explain how you do each colony action day, the best time to do it, the most effective way to do it with the least amount of raspberries, and as well as the true actual number of diamonds that you can get per week. So let's get right into it. So first off, everybody knows by now what colony actions are, but I'm going to go through and show you on each day what are the best ones to hit for the least amount of berries, as well as how many actual possible colony actions you can hit per day to be able to maximize your diamonds. So we will start with Monday first, which is building day. Now, for every single colony action or every single day, there's always going to be at least 12 different colony actions that you can hit during that day. Now, to be realistic about it though, obviously you're not going to have either the resources, the creature remains, or whatever to be able to actually hit all 12 throughout the day, which is where it starts getting into where some of the other content creators are making some rather outlandish claims and impossible claims. But even with the base math, they're completely wrong. Now, with building day, there's actually a max possibility if you hit in the colony actions of being able to essentially hit 2 more colony actions, so a total of 14 colony actions in that day. And that being with the first one and some of these, down here where it starts, where you can do 2 in a row. Now with that, most any day of any colony action, every other hour is always going to be the colony action that is associated with that day. So with that being said, because building day does technically have a few extra days or extra colony actions that you can do, you can get a max on building day of 57,400. Now, for your 9 shells each week, you can get a maximal of 42,600 per 9 shells, which equals out to 298,200 per week that you can get max. And I'll show this all on the screen as well, so you can kind of follow around. So, what are the best ones to be able to hit on building day? Now that that's all out of the way, and yeah. So to be able to maximize your how many colony actions you can hit with a single berry, the easiest one, the best one, is actually to hit this one right here, the anthill development. Because what that allows you to do is if you do the last 5 minutes of the one that's at 3, 11, or 19 UTC, then do the one that's at, is you start on 405 of the, or 1205 or 2005 of the anthill development, and then the same with the 0500, 1300, and 2100. You can do those all in one block on one berry. So that's the best way to be able to maximize it on building day. Now, if you miss it, of course, you can always go and do the mass development as well. But of them, this block of 5, which I'll show on the screen, is the absolute best 5 to hit to maximize out your berries and diamonds for that day. Alrighty, and now we'll get on to Gathering Day. Now, Gathering Day, you don't have any calling actions you can really do. The only ones that you can do are, got this one, which you can get cells and do cells to be able to get diamonds that way and maximize out diamonds. And also on this one, you could do the same thing. But realistically, most people don't really have that amount of cells to really be able to. So that puts it to where the maximal amount of diamonds that you can get on Gathering Day, besides the 42,600 that you get from your 9 shells, would be 8.1 thousand. So we'll move right on to Evo Day. Yeah. So on Evo Day, again, you can hit up to a max of 12 of these in any given day. But to be realistic, you're going to have creature remains and everything else that gets in that way. So for the sake of argument, say that you have unlimited creature remains, unlimited resources, everything like that. The max amount of diamonds that you can get on Evo Day, not counting your 9 shells, would be 49,200. With it be what, 91,800. That's with if you have unlimited creature remains and can hit all 12 of the colony actions for Evo. Now, as we continue on with it, what are the best ones to do? So the best one is on, the best one to do are actually the last 3 in this group right here. So you got the mass development at 5, 6, 7, 13, 14, 15, and 21, 22, and 2300 UTC. Those ones are the best ones. Those are going to be the ones that you get the most amount of diamonds out of. Then moving on to Thursday, which is Special Ant Day. Now, Special Ant Day is the absolute best one, and I always call it the cash cow because realistically it's the one that you can actually hit the most colony actions. Making the most colony actions that you can hit being 12 of a 24-hour period, which means that the max amount that you can get on that day will be 49,200. Now, every other hour, you're going to be able to hit Special Ant Development because it's on every other hour. So always keep that in mind. That's always going to be the cash cow. That's the best way to do it. But there is no way to really pair up to only use 1 berry to hit 2. That's the only downfall. All right, we'll get on to the True Patch Day. So on this one, especially if you have True Patch selected as a secondary, you can hit a maximal. You can actually hit a maximal of 15 on True Patch Day if you're doing like the 1-minute speed up ones as well. But realistically, you're not trying to hit all those because if you're a bigger player, as you get more progressed, you kind of choose to do 2 True Patch days in a row anyway, especially when you're on island, then you really gotta spread it out. But anyway, for the sake of argument, that means that you can get a max of 57,400 plus your 9 shells on that building day. So, but as far as the best one, every colony action can technically be used in combination, as long as it's not one that's like, let's see, actually, yeah. So I guess every single one you can technically go ahead and double them up to be able to do it. However, the easiest one is going to be this one, which is just a straight hatch, no speed ups, and then this one at 5, 13, 21, 6, 14, and 22 UTC. And those are going to be the easiest ones to be able to maximize the diamonds that you're going to be able to get. And then we'll go on to Saturday, which is choose your own. Now, unfortunately, with this one, unless you are doing True Patch, there's really no way to be able to double it. But if you do like that one and this one, which is at 3, 4, 11, 12, 19, and 20 UTC, then you're able to double it up to be able to use 1 berry. but realistically that gives you a max amount of 12 times you can do it in a day, which gives you 49,200 total that you get. If you're doing special ant as your secondary for that day, you're not going to get a single diamond. So I don't suggest doing 2 special ant days. And then Sunday. So this is the Groundhog Day. And you can do your insects. Now the first one that you get every single time, the one that is at 1, 9, and 17 UTC is always the biggest colony action of that event. So I don't really usually suggest doing it, because that means that you are going to have a harder time hitting the ones that are down here to where you can maximize it out and get the max amount of diamonds. But for the sake of argument, that still means that you're able to get 12 colony actions in that day, which will be 49,200. So adding that all up, what does that give you? That gives you a maximal, meaning you're hitting every single colony action. That gives you a maximal possibility of 609,700. Way far away from the million that some of these other content creators are claiming. But let's be realistic about it. So say that on building day, you hit, realistically, you're going to end up running out of either buildings to do, or building speed ups, or already have your 9 shells, don't want to do anymore. But for the sake of argument, you can really hit 5 of buildings on, or 5 colony actions on a building day, giving it about 20,500 diamonds that you'll effectively get from colony actions. Now on gathering day, realistically, you're only going to be able to hit one of those colony actions if you have enough cells, giving you a total of 4.1 thousand diamonds. On Evo Day, realistically, you're probably only going to hit about 4 of those, giving you 16.4 on diamonds on Evo Day. Now, and then on Special Ant Day, man, everybody's got to sleep. So even if you're only sleeping for 4 hours out of the day, that would give you a maximum of 10 colony actions for that day, giving you 41,000 diamonds. And then on True Patch Day, realistically, you probably, especially if you're doing dual hatch days, you're only going to hit 4 colony actions, giving you 16.4. Same thing with the choose your own. It's going to be 16.4 just if you're doing True Patch again. And then on Kill Event or on GH Day, most of us don't have that many insects to be trying to hit all the colony actions. So if you spread them out to the last 2 that are the best ones to do because they're the lowest, realistically you can probably hit 2 in a day, giving you another 8.2k diamonds, which means that the grand total realistically that you're going to be able to get each week, and that's if you're really pushing yourself and spending a lot of time in this game, you're having 50-60,000 creature remains every week, you're only looking at 421,200 diamonds realistically that you can get on any given day. So all of the crap that's out there, as far as the clickbait content creators saying that you can get 500,000 to 1 million diamonds a week, is just unrealistic. The only possible way that you can do, which I actually saw one of the videos that was claiming that of being able to get 1 million diamonds in a week, they were doing things like buildings and true patches on days that were not even associated with Strongest Warzone. I strongly advise ever doing that, because you will absolutely destroy your account in the long run if you do that. So can you get more than that? Yes, but even with hitting every single colony action in that given bracket, so if you are going to choose to destroy every single one, every single day in your Strongest Warzone, you would be able to, let me do the math real quick, 98. So, hold on. 24 times 4.1 for how many you can get. So that'd be 98,400 per day times 7 will be 688.8, and then you would be able to get another 298,200, which would give you a grand total, if you were destroying your account, a grand total of 987,000 diamonds possible per week. So again, the clickbait YouTubers that are going out there are giving you wrong information, and I wanted to be able to clear it up with some math. I know a lot of people don't like math, but I wanted to clear it up and give you a more realistic number, and that number realistically being that you can get a grand total of 421,200 diamonds if you spend a lot of time on this game. Anyway, Agnes out. I hope this kind of helped with some of you guys, and hope none of you took some of the advice and clickbait material that some of the other YouTubers have put out there, and we'll see you in the next one. Agnes out.